Hi, I'm Greg with Precision Replacement Parts. Today we'll be installing our DWP 211066, which is the door seals for the 1966 to 1977 Ford Bronco. Today we'll be installing those on this 1967 first generation Ford Bronco. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to start the removal process of this lower door seal weather stripping. This does glue into place in this area. Up in this corner, there is an attachment screw. We'll remove that. This one happens to be Phillips head. Okay. This area of our body is compromised, but we'll still complete our removal and install. As we come to this lower section, after this area, we have the plastic pins that insert into the holes in the body. And now when we get to this front section by the hinges of the door, this area glues into place again. Now this bulk portion of that weather strip came off. There is another Phillips screw on this end that we will remove. And that holds this top portion on. We'll go ahead and get this cleaned up for a reinstall. As part of our cleanup of the area before reinstallation, we have to remove these plastic pins. These pins are in the new part. Put a little bit of adhesive remover. There is some residue of glue left behind. Go ahead and get the bigger chunks cleaned off. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dry fit this weather strip, the new one, on the body. Now, what I've done is I ended up cutting the old seal to remove the Phillips screws. I'm going to go ahead and install those into the new part. It'll kind of hold in place. This is the front one on the windshield side of it. Comes through this area here. I'm going to start in the back. Kind of set this up on this shelf underneath that shell. Now, since this weather strip attaches to the body in two different ways, one with Weatherstrip Adhesive, and of course this lower section with the pins, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a mark about where I need to put my adhesive on. Now, of course, this is the flap that wraps over this pinch weld. I'm going to mark that there, so I have to run that adhesive from here up. These pins line up with the holes in the body on the bottom. And then again on the front, it's glued into place from about where the floor is up to this area here. So again, I'll just mark on the back side where I need to put the adhesive. Now we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to apply our Weatherstrip adhesive to the part and then to the body. We'll let them tack up and then install the part. I'm going to use this cardboard table to assist me. Here's my mark. This is the back side of the door. I'm going to hold that open there. Hold this open here. And here's my mark for the front side by the hinges. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now go ahead, using the acid brush, I'm applying it to this surface here because this is basically just going to lip over to the inside of the vehicle. I want the adhesive on the door side. Using the acid brush to give us more of a uniform application. Okay, that's that section. Over here. This section. And now we're going to move to the body and place it in the door jamb. All right. We'll let that tack up. Then we'll install the part. All right, our adhesive is tacked up. We'll remove it from our cardboard table. I'm going to start in the back. I'm going to get this corner up in here where that Phillips screw mounts. Tuck it underneath the shell. Okay, I'm snug that up. And we're going to bring this weather strip down over this edge. I'm going to start the top here. Then I'm going to go down here to that first alignment pin. I'm going to start this alignment pin in its corresponding attaching hole. Then I come back up here to apply the weather strip to the adhesive. Putting it in place, and I'm going to pulling that lip around, setting it in place. Okay, I will continue along the bottom. Putting the clips into the holes. Okay, so that being the last attaching clip along the lower section, what I'll do, as I did on the back side, I'll come up here, install this Phillips screw, just snug that into place. Wrap that around the back side of that pinch weld lip. Make sure everything lines up. Get it wrapped around. Pinch weld. Now in these corners, what we'll do is we'll add a little more adhesive, especially on this one. Between two pins, we can come back and add some of that adhesive so that holds that weather strip in place a little better. For this corner between these clips, I am going to add some adhesive so it sits a little better. I am going to spread it out with the acid brush. We'll let this tack up. Now that our adhesive has tacked up, we'll put this in place. That'll give us a better seal. We've given a little extra attention to both bottom corners so they sit correctly. I've reattached the limiter strap, and you're done.